vermisst. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Vor lauter drückt mein Atem schwer, ertrink ich trotzdem im Tränenmeer. Oh, meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Wann wird der Schmerz endlich vergehen? Endlich verbrennen, nur die Glut überlebt. Ein Haufen Asche im Winde verweht. Es bleibt nichts mehr zurück von mir. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Und mein Herz, es schreit nach dir, weil ich mich nicht lösen kann. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und du sagst, du denkst an mich. Die Lüge zeichnet dein Gesicht. Und es stirbt ein Stück in mir, weil du mich nicht mal vermisst. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Vor lauter drückt mein Atem schwer, ertrink ich trotzdem im Tränenmeer. Vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Wann wird der Schmerz endlich vergehen? Endlich verbrennen, nur die Glut überlebt. Ein Haufen Asche im Winde verweht. Es bleibt nichts mehr zurück von mir. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Und mein Herz, es schreit nach dir, weil ich mich nicht lösen kann. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und du sagst, du denkst an mich. Die Lüge zeichnet dein Gesicht. Und es stirbt ein Stück in mir, weil du mich nicht mal vermisst. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Vor lauter drückt mein Atem schwer, ertrink ich trotzdem im Tränenmeer. Vor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Bevor meine Welt zerbrennt. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbrennt. Wann wird der Schmerz endlich vergehen? Endlich verbrennen, nur die Glut überlebt. Ein Haufen Asche im Winde verweht. Es bleibt nichts mehr zurück von mir. Bitte geh weit weg und nimm das Chaos weg von mir. Und mein Herz, es schreit nach dir, weil ich mich nicht lösen kann. Und vielleicht
Okay. Hello guys. Let's see some more people join. I'm gonna start stream also. Let's go on. Music down. And let's start. Okay, I'm gonna start here. This is the points I'm gonna cover. I also streaming this and recording the masterclass on YouTube. Okay, so you will have it all recorded in YouTube. I'm gonna try to first of all cover all these points here, then I will do some live examples and I will go in deep with Q&A, so you can ask me any question you have. Same as people that are joining on YouTube we can ask me any doubt that they have with any questions. Okay, any doubt. So let's start. Let me set the voice chat. I'm gonna set everything. I have all prepared, but I'm gonna fix YouTube and Discord. Okay. We're gonna start here. We're gonna start from the beginning. I know people are also I see a lot of friendly faces here that are in my stream, so I know the beginning is a bit boring, but I'm gonna cover taking part like if you don't know anything. Okay. So we're gonna start covering of what is this tool. This is a free tool called ATAS. I don't gonna go in deep how to install it. I'm just gonna call this like the tool is ATAS. ATAS is a free tool you can download. It works for Windows. I know a lot of Mac users cannot use it, but is the one I use, is the one is free. For me, it's more useful than EXO. EXO is like a free user friendly, but it's a paid version. So here you have ATAS with the same info connected to API of Binance. So you have real-time data, same as EXO, and it's free. Okay. Moving forward, we're gonna start explaining the beginners of what we see here on the screen. Here we can see what's a footprint, and the footprint is just a representation of market orders hitting the tape. So you need that for now, only for now, guys. This is something I'm gonna be a little bit polemical. You need to start thinking with me only for now, not like ICT. We're gonna take some concepts that are different. In order flow, we don't talk about fair value gaps. We talk about stacked imbalance. We talk about volume. We are interested on watching what the volume information gives us. Okay, let's start and continue. This is a footprint. I'm gonna show you when you see this candle, you're gonna see two things. The right side, okay, this is aggressive buys, and the left side is sells. Okay, so what we see on a red candle, okay, we see sellers hitting the tape aggressively and beating the resting bids that are on the order book. The right side here I use a DOM. Not much crypto traders use DOM. I'm an equity trader, so I'm used to use DOM. I've been trading 2 years only pure of DOM and a naked chart, so I like the DOM. Then I got introduced into footprints, but I mainly used my DOM as my tool for trading, where I could see on this side sells, on this side buys market, and these are limit orders on the book or limit sells on the book. Okay, what we can see here, we can see with these two tools, DOM and footprint, we can see where are the resting bids, the resting limit orders on the market, and where are the aggressive buyers attacking. You need to get a concept. This is something I repeat a lot of times, is liquidity is everywhere. Okay? Liquidity is here, is up here, is in middle of the candle, is here. If there was no liquidity, price will not go up or price will not go down. Okay? So that's the third concept you need to understand, and stop this thinking about only liquidities here, only liquidities here, only liquidities here, only liquidities down here. Liquidity is everywhere. Resting bids are everywhere. Only what we see here, we need to understand charts as reaction. So buyers are in control or sellers are in control. On this particular price, what I prepared this for you guys. This was a long I took, and I told you in Chroma that I was getting this long. This level was a SFP of the Trump's peak that we break. We went to the upside here, and then we reject, and price went and retest this level. I was waiting, like usually a lot of traders do, for a level. I don't care what level, order block, SFP like me, point of control, value area high, value area low, whatever level you're looking, and I wanted to see reaction. What I like here, this is our footprint, and what we can see here is aggressive selling and into a level, and this aggressive seller stopped here, couldn't move price lower. That is what is telling you the footprint. The footprint is telling you when market orders are being aggressive on a point where price is absorbing with passive buyers. So here is aggressive, and here are passive buyers getting the price and holding the price on this level. So in order you to see what level is pretty interesting, you need to mark your levels like you usually do and watch the footprint how is getting reaction on that level. We're gonna go from beginners. This is beginners. You need to understand what they are: market buys and selling market, and how they react. Once we get to a level and the market selling is getting absorbed by passive buyers, we see a up reaction. What this continue? Then we continue seeing what we see in delta. We see selling delta here, 1, selling delta not so big, 2, selling delta big, 800. But price didn't continue. What is the reaction candle? That's a concept you need to understand with me. I'm trying to give all the information I use, and it's not something biblical, it's not an indicator, it's nothing that 100% has to work, but is an important edge. And like everything in trading, it's to perception. So some people will see it like me and some people will not. But this is what I usually see when I have a reaction. I see 1, 2 candles hitting the tape, pretty aggressive on delta. Next candle, that's the reaction candle, I call it reaction candle, changing on delivery on the delta. So from negative delta, we switch into a positive delta. What is this telling me? It's telling me that all this aggressive selling is getting behind. That will fuel the market up and will create the stop loss hunt and all this fuel market to the upside. The same occurs when we get absorption on the upper part, that I will show you another example when we go again to the next part. But this is what we want to see when we go in long. We want to see sellers, or here you can see open interest decrease. We will go in the next moment with that also. And we will see aggressive sellers hitting a level and then reactive buyers reacting to this level. What happens? This usually, most of the times, has a retest. So I like to market buy when I see a level and stop underneath. But a good also thing is to mark this as a level of a reaction. Not this one anymore. This was the sweep. This one. This is the level you need to mark. And when you get a retest, that's your long entry invalidation under the candle, and you can go for your trade on the long side. Okay? This is how I interpret the delta on the footprint. Okay? I see how aggressive sellers or aggressive buyers hit the tape. We're going to cover another concept because we have 2 more concepts we have on a footprint. When we see a candle in footprint, we see numbers, bid and ask, okay? Left side bid, asks right side. When we see this imbalance, this is usually, I mark an imbalance as 400, that is a 4 times on diagonal. Imbalance are called on diagonal. So imbalance go like this. Okay, so imbalance go like this, and this is telling you that in diagonal is 400 times the other one in the same. So delta goes one side to another because delta is level. Level delta. Okay, guys? Pretty important. Level delta and imbalance is cross. So this number is 4 times the other one. Okay? So that's my configuration. That's what I look. People like with another tick size, people use 300 times. I like 400 times in crypto, in Bitcoin, because I'm only using crypto. And for me, in order to not have so many messy numbers, I like 400 times for a imbalance. Okay? So that's for me what's called a imbalance. A imbalance, you know, is created once a big order here. So imagine a 300 lots, 300 Bitcoins, market buys here because they were pretty aggressive. The trader was pretty aggressive, hitting the tape, hit market order on Binance, but the resting bits were 12, 13, 6. So the order book was thin there. If the order book is thin, because we are trading a super illiquid market, don't mess yourselves, don't think we are trading a good market. Crypto is still an efficient market. Okay? We are so much little as S&P on the CME that trades a lot of is so super liquid compared to crypto. So crypto, some days, Bitcoin, that's the asset I'm trading with you guys, is sometimes illiquid. So when they hit market buy here, they will fill all the resting limit orders that are in the book on that moment. So price will slip, and that will create this stacked imbalance. Okay? That's the concept of imbalance. Okay? From here, if you have any question, when we end, you can ask me. We can go back and we can explain any question you have about imbalance. Okay? But this is so important to see when we see imbalance on the way down or imbalance on the way up. Okay? Let's continue. The next concept, and this is the third concept I'm gonna explain you on this type of footprint, that is what I really like to use a lot. And for me, depending, always in trading, depending where you see those imbalance, the same as ICT traders, is not every fair value gap is not important. Because if you are trading every fair value gap, you're gonna get wrecked. So is where is created this stacked imbalance. Okay? So let's move on here and show you. I have a tool here, but you can do it. I have a friend that he is on YouTube. I think he's watching. He's my colleague, Spanish. He doesn't use this tool, this indicator. I use it because it goes clean on ATAS. But he marks, when he sees more than 3, he marks as an important stacked imbalance. But I use this tool because I have it set to 305 and 3. And when you see more than 3 together, they mark me as a stacked imbalance. And this is a level that usually in volume, when you see a good level, is a good level in volume where price will revisit, test buyers or sellers on that area, and react. Sometimes this is not the same real. I always repeat, don't take this like the Bible, because sometimes it fails, like everything in crypto. Anything is 100% secure. Sometimes this will go down and will just do nothing. But when you see a level getting support, getting a reaction, this level, they will defend. And exactly, they nuke a little bit, but then they defend, and was a good level for a long. Okay? So here is a good example of when they created a such of reversal point, and they went to revisit our stacked imbalance. Okay? And then it went up, it went up, it went up, it went up into our TP. Okay? So this is what I'm looking on a footprint. Also, this type of absorptions happen on a level on the downside with sellers getting trapped, and also happens on a level on the upside, buyers getting trapped. Okay, I'm gonna move this here, and we're gonna see what happened here with buyers. Let me zoom in and see. When you see this type of actions on the upper part of a range, and you see players trying to push a level and cannot attack this level, something you need to notice is when you see this type of mountains on open interest. When you see, okay, they're rising, I'm not shorting this, but when I see this type of not movement of open interest, but delta here that was consolidating was going down, that's an indicator that if they continue not throwing price higher, for me is a pretty sign of absorption into possibly short into lower, because price is trying to push higher here with a lot of imbalances and buyers trapped on the extremes. Like I told you in my Twitter, I'm waiting for buyers or sellers getting trapped on extreme, waiting for continuation, targeting 2 to 1. That's my only trade I'm using. I'm only trading that setup in any asset. I trade that setup in any asset, and is what I'm looking. I'm looking to get in trap traders on extreme. I'm waiting for a range to play out. When the range is set up for me, I look for an extreme sweep, like anybody here trading, and when I want to see the sweep, I want to see trap traders on extreme. So here you can see bunch of trap traders, big delta, pushing here, not big delta because it's 52, but this volume here was so nothing. But you can see players could not move higher from these prices. So delta was trapped, and any follow-up was on these prices. Once you break this level, for me, I like to trade like old school. So I like to trade when they break this level. For me, I market short, and my invalidation always is the candle that created this this break of structure, or whatever you want to call it. That's what the place. I got this trade also on the weekend. On the morning of London session, yeah. And it played out pretty nicely. So the two options, you have trapped delta on a point of interest on the way down, or trapped delta absorbed on the way up. That's the two things you can look on your footprint. So let's move on to the next concepts I want to cover here. Okay, delta. What's delta and what we can see on delta? Delta is the cumulative volume created on a candle up and down, and the midpoint we create what's called delta. So imagine here with this statistic bar, we start a candle. I want to get any regular candle. Okay, let's go this one. This one ended bullish, okay? Ended bullish, starting going low, I think. Couldn't break this on low, and then closed bullish with a 20 delta. What's this 20 delta? This is from all the negative that they tried here. So this was negative 12, 25, 12, 30, 11, 28, 11, 15, 11, 3, 8. Against all the other side that are market buys. Remember, we are looking market or selling. Market. We are not, here we don't have any consideration. Sorry. Okay. No. Police, I'm reading you. Okay. Yeah. So here you have, you need to understand that when we are looking any tape reading, any order flow, we are reading market buys or market sells. We are not having in any consideration limit orders. Limit orders is what we give liquidity to the books in order to market buys or market sell move the market. Okay? Market orders move the market. Market orders move the market. Limit orders don't. So it's something I will go on the now I will explain after, that I don't really like when people look at walls. Walls, like Binance walls, all these can get spoofed. Walls is not something like, I have a wall on my back of 1K wall Binance, I'm safe on my long. No, that's not safe, okay? Don't misperception that, okay? So what we see here we see in delta. The delta of the candle is the sum of the differential between market sells and market buys, and will give you a number, okay? So here we have a negative delta of 224 Bitcoin. Here we have a positive delta at the end of the candle in 20 Bitcoin, okay? So what's important with delta? Delta gives you, in that price, in that moment, who is winning the battle, is how I see this, okay? So buyers are in control or sellers are in control. So that's a pretty important concept. You need to know that at this particular time, this session is bullish. It's something I say all the time on crypto chat. Session bullish, I'm not fading the trend. For me, the trend, more than structurally, is CBD. I like to see CBD on the bigger picture, and I like to see CBD on the smaller picture, because here and right now, delta was 152, and I take in consideration 4 or 5 candles behind. But if I do zoom out, sorry, this was from beginning. If I do zoom out, we are pretty, okay, we go more up, we go more up, we go more up. We are pretty bullish. So if you see all this on blue, I'm not fading a 14K Bitcoin delta in session daily. That's, I don't know who is doing this. I'm not catching tops. Okay? So remember that traders that like to catch tops, it's okay with them. I'm pretty proud to see people that catch a top and then they hold for like 2 weeks and they get a mega juicy RR long. I'm not capable of that. I prefer see a trend. So when I see this type of trend, oh, New York Open, I would like to long every dip. Every dip here is giving you an opportunity, because delta for now is pretty bullish. So what I like to see with this is trend. For me, delta is a trend. We need to break, and we need to give us like a stochastic, some type of a reversal absorption, in order me to think that delta is changing from a bullish trendy day to a bearish trendy day. This, you need to combine that Bitcoin is pretty correlative to SPX. So if SPX is on a bullish trendy days, the delta from Bitcoin usually, more or less, yesterday was different because we decouple. Okay, yesterday was something for time I didn't see. Usually we are not decoupled. So when we have these bullish days on Bitcoin, SPX is the same, is bullish. Okay, so that's the part from delta. Okay, we understood what's delta. Delta is the medium that for in time and space about market buys and market sells. The medium will give you a number, and that's the delta for the candle, and this will be the representation on delta for a time. What I want to explain here in delta is a stochastic. So this is sometimes pretty, for me, is something that has a bit of lag. So you can see no. Some people will say no. I think it yes. For me, is a lag indicator. But you can do some place lag has like diffs and a lot of concepts. So imagine you have this. I will give you a great example that played out these days to me. And let me see if I have it here on my image. It was a trade I posted on Chroma. And it was a pretty easy explication of what is a CBD diff. This for me is, you say price, okay? Price is doing a lower low, but CBD is doing a no lower low, a higher low, sorry. For me, that's bullish because it's a regular diff. But usually when you come from me here, if I did zoom, this would have a hidden bullish diff that was riding all the way up. So usually what I like with this type of diffs that are extended is what I call an extended diff. I like to not fade it, because what happens with traders? People, if here the price is going up, we are bullish, CBD is bullish, okay, and you see price going and doing a lower from here, but CBD doesn't do a lower low. So we do like this type of action. Traders think we are going low, and CBD was doing this and maintains this bullishness. Traders here will get trapped, and this is my long trigger. So this type of actions that CBD continues riding, the same happened in the way down when we were going down. I don't know if you guys remember, but when you were going down and we were going to the 70 something, and we were coming from 90K, if you zoom out of all the CBD from like days and days, we were continuously going on a CBD perma bearish. Okay, so every time any bounce was denied because the CBD was completely drying up. Okay, so that's why I like CBD as a trend follower, and I don't like to fade CBD so much because it's so strong. Here is what is telling us who is in control, buyers or sellers, who are in control, who are accumulating, okay? Same as open interest. The next concept we're gonna talk, open interest, powerful, very powerful in crypto. But open interest are the contracts that are being open on each price. So if we see a price rising with CBD rising, is what I called this is movement is strong, because CBD is rising, open interest is rising. So here on this price, sorry, my drawing, they are opening longs same as price are going up. Okay, usually this type of price action is stronger than when you see a div we see CBD rising and open interest going down. That is what we call stops getting hit. Or not only that, because you need to remember that longs go also on TP. When a contract is closed, open interest goes down. When a contract is open, open interest goes up. So you need to understand that price needs, for me to have a good and be a price like a strong move, needs to get the same direction in both. If we are going up and CBD is going up and there are open contracts on the highs like they're doing here, and we don't fall of these levels where they are opening contracts, we don't fall of these levels, the level is good to me. Once these levels, okay guys, once these levels where a lot of open interest went up, okay, when a lot of interest went up gets denied, then all these longs will be underwater. So I don't want to be underwater with a bunch of idiots average longing this price action. So then that's why when I short or I go out. If the move continues, if the strong move continues, I don't want to fade it also. Because these players, to me, they are inside the football match, like I tell. So these players still are on the table. Until they are not closed or they are not underwater, for me, this move is still bullish. So when I look into order flow, I like edge. Trading for me is the same as all of you. Same as Follies. I like Follies, how he trades OTE. I like these levels also. I trade those levels, guys. I trade volume profiles like Victor. I love volume profiles. I'm going to go now into volume profiles. I don't want to make this so extensive. But you need to have this as an edge to see the bigger picture of what is happening. Okay? So another thing I like to explain, I like to see everything on 30 minutes. I always say on my stream, 30 minutes is so powerful in crypto. I don't know, guys, if you use it so much. For me, 30-minute candle is something so powerful to see a good reversal. I want to see 3 bars on 30 minutes. I want to see one arrive, second one confirmates me, and the third one, when it breaks their own body, it's my entry for a short. That's my cream and butter. Yeah, I think 30-minute candles, in order you to see the bigger picture, is something pretty powerful in crypto. Okay, so this type of entries, if you enter on 30-minute candle, when you see a confirmation, when you see this candle arrive, second confirm confirmates, and then this is your entry with your invalidation, you could easily have a good trade here. Okay, that you don't need 1 minute scalp. I will repeat on all my streams. You can do what you want, but I will repeat, 1 minute scalping on crypto with the fees we are paying. We open 2 Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin long, and we are paying huge fees for getting stopped in 1 minute candle. So that's not good. So that's why I think 30-minute candle is so powerful. If you are scalping, you don't need to look for a 300 move in Bitcoin. It's something you will get burned like that. So, okay, let's continue. We covered footprints, basic things, pretty useful. We covered delta. We covered starting balance. We're going to go to what I look on the volume profiles and the time profiles, okay, TPOs. For me, this is the chart I use in TPO, okay. This chart is basically a 50 tick, okay, 50 tick size TPO. I don't mark any value area because we also know where the values area are, okay. And this is called a time-based profile. So this is time. Every time we spend on this, they create a tick, and when we finish the day, we create the distribution on where the price spend most time. When the price spend more time, we create a T-POC. This is the time POC. Pretty interesting level for reaction. This is the most time spent on this price for this session. This is daily. Okay, this is daily. What we have here also, we have what we call a single print. On time, what we call is when a price is passed through pretty fastly on this session, we create single print. Single print is only that when a price went through that price went that way pretty fast in time compared to the rest of the distribution. So we create these single prints. SP. A single print, okay, is something that price likes to rebalance. Okay, but when we have a big single print, that's something you will get used by seeing it. Single prints that are created so fast, usually that price is price that buyers or sellers doesn't like. So sometimes you see a move. Sorry, I'm gonna explain this. A move going so fast up, barcoding, and going like this. I think everybody here in Chroma have seen this type of price action. They went so fast this way, and they went so fast this way. This area, market doesn't like it. I call it like that because usually when price go fast on a way, they go fast on the other. Okay? You will get used when you are getting into trading, and it's like I say always, trading for me is something you are getting used to see. When you get your eyes and you see a lot of times happening the same, you will remember this happened, and then this happened, and this happened, and you will get used to see these type of things, and then you can react. When you are getting used to it, you can react fast. Okay, so this is what happens with single prints. The same way they go fast up, the same fast they go down. So that's what it's not 100%, but most of the times. Okay, so single prints, TPOCs, and then what we call here, this blue is the initial balance of the day. Initial balance of the day is something that I don't pretty use. People say that this level acts like a support and resistance. In crypto, how the timetable is different. It's not like market open, RTI, RTH, so electronic trading hours. It's not like the overnight session. That concept on crypto for me doesn't work too much because crypto is 24 hours. Sometimes we have like yesterday, Asian volume. Sometimes Asia is quiet. Sometimes London has a move, and sometimes New York has a move. So I don't pretty rely on initial balance, but here is the initial balance, okay? And then another thing is important on a TPO is the tails, okay? And that's a good thing to know in order to have a good TPO, okay? Tails are the extremes. So this is a selling tail, and this is a buying tail. Pretty big, okay? What we now have to have in consideration here is, in order to have what people like, and this is something that people like, is the only thing that people look here, a bad high or bad low. A bad high or bad low, we need to have tails on the extreme and not more than one tick on the TPO. So one tick is one candle of 30 minutes closing on this level. If we have one candle, means that price is being reactive. When we have a reaction, means that that price is good. Buyers or sellers reacted to that zone. When we have a double tick, so one candle doing this of 30 minutes and another retesting like this is a bad low. Same on the upper part. So this is a bad low. And these double bottoms, price likes, you know, when you are trading, price likes to revisit, clean, and then go. Okay? So that's the thing you need to look in TPOs for clean distributions. So this is what we call a regular distribution, a pretty ugly, because we have single prints below, single prints above, and this type of action for me is pretty ugly. Price don't know what is doing now, so it's now reacting to the 90k level, and now we will see what is happening. And here we have a regular distribution that I really like, with a single initial balance. Asia opens pretty hard. We have a regular distribution with a tail, and then price stays like here waiting for a reaction. This is a regular distribution. I'm gonna find some more examples in order not to be so tricky with you guys, and not tricky, I mean in order to not be so long. But here we have a consolidation area. I marked this on my Twitter. We range for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, and then we break out. This is an area that was pretty solid, and now for me what I was expecting is a rebalance of this area, acceptation of this price action, and then attack the 90k levels and see what happens. We attacked today in the second candle, second day. Okay, SPX was bullish. That helped a lot, and then we attacked already the 90k area that I was waiting 90k area for a lot of time. So going back to TPOs, what we see here is we saw this as a good high. We're gonna look for you for a bad low, okay, to see how we see that, okay, and then we're gonna go back in the chart and see. The pretty easy bad low is what we have in the 74-hour area. That's okay. I remember that this is a bad low. Okay, and we have a double. So we have one bad low, and this is a double in the same price. So we have these two. This was good, but when we revisit and didn't do it with any tail, then we created this as a bad low. Here was nice, but price then again and did this shit, and this was what we created, this type of. Now we have this area as a big node of trap traders there that price, for me, at least for me, will like to revisit. So we did a perfect thing here. This was perfect, but then they crap and they did this type of price action that I don't know, and we have now this bad low resting here on the 74. I don't know. You don't need to think like bad lows will go tomorrow, you know? You need to have these levels, and when we are reaching to these levels, be concerned that levels should get cleaned. But you don't know when. That's the problem. Don't think, okay, we have a bad low, I'm shorting now, and I'm shorting now. The players that that were shorting, like West, no, I'm joking, and were shorting when they saw this low, and were shorting here, are getting burned, because we don't know when this price action will be rebalanced, okay? So that's something to take in consideration, bad lows or bad highs, but not as a target for now, yes or yes. something you don't know. But when we are reaching that level, you could mark that as a good level of a possible sweep. Okay. Sorry, if any, I will answer question at the end. Okay, because I'm. Okay, sorry, I get distracted. Okay, so let's continue. This is what I want to cover about TPOs. Okay, and questions about settings and all that type of questions, ask me on private DMs. Don't ask me here because I want to cover so much things and I will distract myself. So settings, ask me on DMs. Questions about the masterclass, yes. Okay. So here, bad lows, what we're looking, SFP, good levels, naked point of control. Another good thing I like to look. Why I don't have my value areas marked here on the chart? Because I will get all this distracted. I want to see good naked point of controls on tabs. Okay? Single prints is something to take in consideration, but for me, they will give a reaction, but they will only get filled. Nothing so interesting. But a naked POC, yes, that's something I really like. So on the downside, we have this naked point of control, 77 to 80, good one. We also have this one, and it's the bottom of this range. So for me, this area is pretty interesting. Okay, this one also, and on the upper part, you have the other ones that are here. Okay, the 92 and the 95K. So naked point of controls are areas that were a point of control pretty important. You need to go back on your chart and see if they are important, because some, like always, they are not so relevant. And it's an important way of waiting for a possible reaction. Sorry, I'm messing this up. I don't want to mess it. So naked point of controls, also VPOCs, we're going to speak again. This is time, but volume point of controls that are naked are not being revisited on time, are good areas for in order to get a reaction. Okay, so let's go back into volume profiles. This is volume. We were talking about time. This is volume. Usually we have the same. I used to put it like this. Wait. Same, because now we have here the profile in time and the profile in volume. You can see that volume now is higher than time. We have spent it. This is what I wanted to show you guys, because this is an irregular distribution. Pretty interesting. Time, volume. So volume on the top, what means? These, or they continue, or they will get trapped, because much of the volume of the session is on the upper part. In order to get a spike up, we need that volume creates on the down part. If we create volume on the upper part and next day doesn't follow, the same principle as a 5-minute, 13-minute, 15-minute candle happens on the daily. If we get much volume trapped on the high, thinking, okay, we go in 220, this can create a such of absorption on the upper part of the daily candle, because this is session based. Okay, so this is a irregular distribution in TPO, VPO. Okay, pretty interesting, eh? Let me. I'm fixing. Sorry, it was true, Follies. When you have troubles with the stream, it's difficult. Voice chat. Okay, here. I'm here. So yeah, okay, continue. So this is a irregular, but then we have regular days where price distributes in time and volume the same. Okay, pretty interesting. This is regular and this is irregular. Oh, sorry, well, you can understand, no? Irregular and regular. So what I like to trade with this, I like to trade more regular days, because when I see regular days, I can see where they're accumulating and I'm expecting a move up or I'm expecting a move down. But when I see this type of irregular, I take a look and I say, okay, I'm gonna wait next day. I'm gonna wait next day and see where the next volume profile, so VPOC, ends. And if they continue ending here up, okay, they will accumulate like they did here, because here they were accumulating for pump. If they accumulate upside and they do 1 more or 2 days more here, I know that price is accepting these prices and is looking to attack this naked POC. Okay, that is what I'm looking when I see order flow. I want to see how they end. Another thing that will be pretty interesting for Follies and for Victor, that they trade profiles, is something, is my opinion. I don't like to trade so much the volume profile that is being created today, because it's not ended. So when we trade New York session has so many craziness these days, no? I was talking with Victor, and New York session is not daily ended, so we have so many hours. Yes, we have Asia and London, but it's not ended. So I like to have a naked volume, naked POC, or a volume POC, or a naked TPO from yesterday that is more relevant, because the auction, we call it auction. The auction is finished, that a session that is not finished. Okay, so for me it's more important to watch this type of auctions when they are finished. For me, this one is finished. So these levels are good levels. Here, that we have these levels and these weird levels here, the POC here, T-POC here, is not finished. It's not finished. So for me, it's more relevant when we see a finished auction than an unfinished auction. Okay, so let's move into more parts. Okay, what I wanted to cover, because I want to give you because all these you can see it on CT, on Twitter. I think I give in some aspects that people that are interested on these concepts, they really know them. Okay, but I want to give the next and the last one a concept that you can add also to all these I show you, and in my streams I get on practice, and I give so much real-time examples on Chroma. I think Chroma is the best thing it happened to me, because I can share what I'm looking, what I'm doing. I share also my fails, I share also my wins. I think it's perfect for all traders to learn. I'm learning with you guys. The DOM, guys. DOM is not used by crypto traders, and it's so powerful so powerful tool. Why I see the DOM? Because here, and I put it here also, I can see, because I try to have my computer open, like without close it, so I can have this data all the time, and I see levels where a lot of delta is being traded. These levels are actualized on real time, so when they short one here in 85, they short one, or they long one, these will add or they will decrease, no? And what we have with the DOM, okay? DOM, pretty powerful tool. DOM, we have here delta, we have price, bids, and ask. Okay, that's simple. Everybody knows this is a regular order book, but represented on a DOM. But the powerful tool, when we are seeing a reactive buy, like I see here, I want to see how they react market orders, that is these two columns. Okay, these two columns, you see 71, okay, I'm gonna mark it. 71 here, shorted market, 1 buy. 42 market, 0 buy. So I want to see how players get into trading, so how they get into the price. So here with DOM, you can see how reactive buyers, pretty interesting concept, is the best concept you can learn here, are acting on a level. So are they stepping in? Are they not stepping in? When you want to see a reversal, you not want to see a wall of Binance, because I can see here 1K wall here, and price. What I like to see, if you are interested in this, you want to see price shorting into it, not feeling it all, and then here reactive buyers like 40 lots, 65 lots, 85 lots, going price, scaring price from algos. That is what I want to see on this particular level. I'm looking the DOM on my right side, and I want to see reactive buyers hitting the tape. Market, not walls. Okay, so that's a concept I want to give you to everybody to practice, to get a DOM on your side. I know sometimes moves pretty fast, but you want to see reactive, because reactive buyers or reactive sellers move the market. I understand. I see this when I was trading ES contracts. I learned from a guy that used to trade 50 lots, not 100, but I saw him trading 65, 45 lots on ES on the opening bell on a 15-second chart. He was only trading about DOM. He traded the opening range of 15 seconds or 13 seconds, and he was hitting buy market or sell market when he was seeing aggressive follow or not aggressive follow. He was going out. So aggressive and reactive is what you want to see on the DOM. If you are long on these levels, you want to see passive not getting filled, because if passive get filled, guys, is bad. If all the longs that were here waiting got filled, price could do this. When algos scared the market and aggressive and reactive buyers, not limit, reactive buyers hit the tape, the algos get scared here because these limit walls, then your move is fluid. Then you have this. Okay? Or you have at least, I don't want all this because I will be lying if I get these moves. I don't get these moves. I only go for a 1 to 2. Chroma members that know me, I only trade 1 to 2R is 1 to 8. I remember the first stream I saw of Victor and I calculate my EV, and my EV is 1.8. That fits my mentality, and that's what I'm doing. 1.8R or 2R always. If I go 3R, it's sometimes and sometimes. I only want this type of moves, and I want reactive buyers. So that concept, I would like that you get used to it. Okay, it's pretty useful. I know crypto traders don't use the DOM so much. I love it. Sometimes how is a illiquid market, sometimes it's so slow, sometimes it's so fast. It's crazy, but if you are getting used to see what's happening, how they're reacting, and you are looking not 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, when you're going to see moves like this one, so the 30, 45, 100, 800, I don't know if I have a picture, I lose it, but here in this move, in this candle, they market short Binance 823 Bitcoin short into a 2K wall of Bitcoins. So when the 2K wall was sitting there, they market short into them. They got partial filled, and then reactive buyers hit the tape. So I'm gonna end the masterclass with that. Now I will answer you questions, but is what you wanna see. You wanna see follow up on reactive buyers or reactive sellers in order to follow your trade. So for those traders, because all of you here, Follies, Victor, every trader that streams here do some trades on stream, and they do like trades that happen in 5, in 10 minutes, in 1 hour sometime, and the trades are on the good direction. But what I like to see on their trades, and sometimes when they're streaming, I'm watching, is that the move, how reactivity is happening. And when the reactivity is good on your favor, you will see that type of trades that go fast to your TP because they react fast. That move is getting reaction. When the trade is like not going anywhere, is like tanking or something, it's because traders are not getting in. The reaction is not happening. Any reactive trader is hitting the tape. When the reactive buyers or sellers hit the tape, the move is fast. The same happens on ES, on NQ, in any other market. Okay, guys? So radioactivity is a good concept on trading. and something new. I never heard on crypto anybody talk about it. Oh yes, but I haven't heard it by myself. And I think that concept that I bring from equities is a really powerful concept. So for now on, the guys that are into learning more order flow and like to practice, have a DOM and look for radioactivity on your level. If you get a radioactivity on your level on the same way as your trade, the trade will go fast. But if you see a not follow as low on radioactivity, that for me is thinking, okay, my trade is not so good, I should break even or I should close it, okay? So thanks for watching. Now I'm gonna start with questions, and I will start reading, okay? Okay, how you difference by a naked or a non-naked POC? Okay. A naked POC is a POC, point of control, that is being created in the past. Yes, not tagged. Fall is perfect. Perfect. Not tagged yet. And a naked POC that is not naked is a POC that is already tagged. It's already revisited. Okay, the word is, yeah, Follis has better English than me, so yeah, that hasn't been revisited. That's the explanation. So when it's not revisited and is a good one, is an area of a possible reaction. Something I will repeat, and I think Follis thinks the same, is that you don't need to limit order this type of points of interest. Don't limit order a naked POC because you think it will react. You need to wait for a reaction, guys. It's something I wanna end this stream with this. Like I think everybody here that is being in trading has seen this type of post on Twitter, and I'm gonna give some polemical, that you see a order block and you see a guy doing this. So you see a order block, you see this, and you see somebody limit like this, and they say, okay, my order block is here. Okay, we created this type of action, price created this order block, and price is here, and you say, hey, if it gets here, I'm going short. Why? We didn't arrive this level again. How you know? So never, for me, never. Point of control, value area, any good level, wait for a reaction, guys. It's something that will help you and will start to improve your win rate if you wait for a reaction on your levels. Limit orders, I know people work with limit orders. I don't like them. I don't know if I'm an equity guy, but I don't like limit orders. Limit orders for me is a way of getting like this doesn't get respected, stop loss. Okay? It's my perception. I don't like limit orders. And a naked POC for me is not a way that you limit order here, stop here, and wait, because this can be not respected, price knife, and you will get stopped. Okay? Yeah. So I will save that one, Follis, if you let me, because I like this post. I like it. Another question. Initial balance is more like a predictor of a session volatility, narrow. Initial balance, people like to trade initial balance because they have like a gradual Fibonacci extension. So people like to trade initial balance. Once the initial balance is created, usually initial balance, people trade initial balance in crypto 1 hour after New York opens. Okay, that's the initial balance I know in crypto. So when you trade that initial balance that my friend Demak use it, you create extensions. You will have 100% here, and then 100% here, and in the way down you will have negative 100 and negative 200. Okay, so percent. So they will do an extension, and usually price likes to, if they break this high of an initial balance from 1 hour from open, price will go to 100%, and if this price doesn't reject, will go to 200%, and you have the levels for TP. I don't prettily use it. So is good initial balance? Yes. Is a strategy or a level that price like Fibonacci, like every extension, like VWAP extensions, deviation, all these, yes, they play out because they are psychological level that price will rebalance. But well, in crypto, my personal opinion, I don't use it. But yes, this is an initial balance, and extensions are levels where price for the ATR and volatility of the day will have a such of reaction. Okay? So yeah, the 100%, the 200% extension of the initial balance. Okay? Because here what I mark is the initial balance of the opening range, the initial balance of the day. So when market opens of crypto, the first hour. So the two first 30-minute candles. Okay? So it's a concept, but you can use it, try it. I don't have it so much in consideration for my trading style, but it's there. Okay? So next question. Anybody? I think there were questions on the top. We're gonna move to the questions on the top. Yeah, I know people used also monthly TPOs in order to a naked box and all those. I don't personally use them so much because it's a level, yes, in the future I will see, but how much time frame you use, the data is more compact and there are not so many noise, and like Foley says, could be more relevant a weekly or a monthly POC than a daily or a 4 hours or a session-based POC. But how we are day traders, at least me, if we are day trading, I like to look 2 months ago. I'm not looking something to 4 months ago, half year ago, or whatever, you know? So I'm looking 60 days, okay? At least for me, what is working for me, I want to share what is working for me. I like to look, all these charts are 16 days of data for stacked imbalance, for everything. So I like to look in crypto 60 days for me. I think 60 days is working for me. If we have a crazy move, yes, of course. If we have like a catalyst, yes, then all these levels get in play fast. But for me, 60 days is a big range in crypto that you can work with, okay? Next question. Okay, Follis, I think he was answering my questions, so yes, he helped me so much. Okay, anybody has any question? Also, I want to share another powerful tool, okay, that I've been using a lot, is a VWAP. Okay, I use a regular VWAP of the daily. So when the daily starts, they open up. This chart opens automatically a VWAP, and I have two deviations: upper deviation, VWAP, and lower deviation. When we are trending, you will see how much we respect VWAP. So this price is being respected, and when we break out, how they respect the upper deviation is so crazy. And if you go to the this is the SPX chart real time, okay? This is more crazy how they respect. Now we are crazy going up. I was talking with Jay today that for me, this price action remembers me that Monday sets the low for the week, and now we are going to bounce and cover all these gaps and all this downtrend of this nasty last week bleak price action. So I think this Monday is that type of weeks where Monday creates the low, and now we will recover everything. Yeah, it reminds me, because we recovered monthly POC. This level, you see this level? Guys, this is an important level to watch. Monthly POC, they lose it here. They recovered, and they acted this as resistance, and then we went down. So a recovery of this price for me is so bullish. And I think that this level is going to be attacked, and these two levels are going to be pretty attacked for me. 5,400 level. This is so important. I think here we have a gamma level. Another stream, the next stream I'm gonna prepare for you guys, and I will ask Follis if he lets me prepare it, is a good concept in order flow called gammas. An inflow and outflow. I will talk about how you gonna interpret it when you see bitcoins coming into exchange, how you gonna interpret bitcoins going out of exchange, how you gonna interpret it when if the exchange is spot or is perps, how you interpret the same inflow and outflow on options on SPX, how are the gamma levels for XPX for the day. I'm gonna do a more expert order flow stream, the next one. I have to prepare it because I wanna have the good data. So I will ask Follis if he lets me do it. And it's pretty interesting because I wanna share that studying SPX, so Nasdaq and SPX, inflow and order flow, will help you know what is gonna happen on Bitcoin in the same days, you know. So I'm gonna give that to Chroma. So I wanna do next stream talking about gamma levels and inflow and outflow in crypto also. I wanna combine all those concepts and give you a more advanced stream, okay? So for now, you have any other question? Okay, Follis, but I will prepare it. I need some time, but the next stream I wanna do something pretty huge and with good data for all Chroma, and they will like it. Yeah. Gamma levels, something pretty interesting, and inflow and outflow. I wanna talk about that. I think it's pretty interesting, and it's next level. It's pretty hard. I'm still studying it good, and I feel when I'm all the time I'm reading about it, I feel that it's something pretty interesting. Okay, DG, thanks for watching. So if you guys have any question about the DOM, about the footprint, about volume profiles, about stacked imbalance, if everything is covered, I will remember that this is streamed on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube guys sent me any question. Oh, I have. People are just texting on. Oh, okay. What I doing is all these masterclass will be download on my YouTube channel, okay? And I will post it also in Twitter. So follow me. I will leave the channel here for you because this stream will be recorded and will be uploaded when I finish. So if you wanna see it again, you will have it. So for now, I'm gonna end this masterclass, and I will prepare for you guys the next level of order flow, talking about gamma levels, inflow and outflow of bitcoins, because it's something you see on Twitter, you see on some bots on Discord, on Telegram, but you need to understand that more. You need to understand when they mint volume, where it's going. You need to understand if it's going to a spot exchange or is going to a perp exchange. You need to understand what SPX gamma levels for the day or for the week are, and how that levels will act as a magnet for price, how they rebalance, end of auctions. I want to talk also how a bond auction will affect the market. I want to talk of all this stuff that I'm all the day studying. I'm a bit crazy, and I want to share it with Chroma. Okay? So thanks for watching. I want to close this here. If you want to tell me ask me any question, just DM me. I'm all the day here, or I respond on the phone. So thank you for watching, and thank you, Follis, for letting me be here. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody. I'm closing the stream. Okay, guys? Thank you all. Bye-bye. See you guys. Ok, para todos los de YouTube, dejaré grabado. I'm gonna leave this stream. We are ending in Chroma also. this will stay, and this is the masterclass we had about order flow. I will do another one, I think next month, because I have to prepare it perfectly, but I will speak, like I said, about more advanced topics. Hope you like and follow me and give a like to this video when it's up, and thank all for watching. See you in the next one.
Vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbricht. Und vielleicht denkst du auch mal an mich. Gib uns Zeit, bevor meine Welt in dir zerbricht. Bevor meine Welt zerbricht. Wird der Schmerz endlich vergehen, endlich verbrennen, nur die Glut überlebt. Ein Haufen Asche im Winde verweht, es bleibt nichts mehr zurück von mir. Heute